Hey, you guys. So today is Wednesday, March 25th, 2020, and we will be doing grammar lesson 10. So I hope everybody's doing well. Tomorrow is my daughter's birthday, so that's exciting. And I really hope you guys are doing well staying home and everything's going really, really well for you. I know it's hard to be at home. If you have to go to work, that's got to be even more difficult, especially if you have kids. Um, do your best just to keep yourself contained during this pandemic and crisis that we are facing. Hopefully, everything will be normal by August. I know it sounds really far away, you guys, but it's not really looking like much is going to change between now and August. I'd be surprised if we do summer classes at this point. Um, so I want you all to stay safe, and hopefully the federal government gets on top of that stimulus package. It looks like things are going well there. Updated news. I know you guys have all probably been watching the news too. So stay safe and let's do some grammar. And then I'll talk about things you can do at home just to keep your English at a level that's good. Okay? Alright, let's begin. We are on lesson 10. Prepositional phrases, the adverb lesson. So remember last time we did the adjectives, okay? So prepositional phrases acting as adjectives. Today we're going to learn about prepositional phrases that act as adverbs. So remember that prepositional phrase is a preposition and the object of the preposition usually includes an adjective, okay? So like on the rock, in the house, right? Those are prepositional phrases. And a couple things I want you guys to really take note of when it comes to prepositional phrases. When they act as adjectives, they answer the adjective questions, okay? And when they act as adverbs, they answer the adverb questions. So I want you to take a second and think about what are the adjective questions. And if you cannot think of all four adjective questions, please do me a favor and make a note of them and study them. Okay? So remember, adjective questions are which one, what kind, how many, and whose. Which one, what kind, how many, whose. And that'll help you figure out what the adjective of a sentence is. Okay. And the adverb questions. Take a minute. See if you can think of all five of those. Okay? If you can't think of all five, you need to study them. So the adverb questions are how, when, where, to what extent, and why. The adverb questions are how, when, where, to what extent, and why. So today we are looking at prepositional phrases that act as adverbs. Okay? So the big thing with phrases, remember that a verb phrase is a helping verb plus a main verb. It's two words, but they act as one thing. Just like prepositional phrases are two or three words, and they will either act as an adjective, which we learned last lesson, or today they will act as an adverb. And adverbs modify, in your head think about it, adverbs can modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. So I'm going to begin the lesson. We're going to watch the video. I'll go through the homework that you guys should be doing on a blank piece of paper every day. Okay, you just write out the sentence, make that box, pause the video so you can fill it out, put it on a blank piece of paper, fill it all in, and we'll correct it tomorrow. So I hope everybody's ready for this, and we will definitely get through the 8 parts of speech by the end of this at least. At least your grammar is going to be awesome. So let's begin the video.
Welcome back to Get Smart. You are on lesson 10, and in today's lesson, we're going to be talking about prepositions and how prepositional phrases can act as adverbs. Let's start with some relevant review. Phrases are groups of words that act together as single parts of speech. Prepositions are one of the parts of speech, and they show the relationship between a noun or pronoun and another word or element in the rest of the sentence. Prepositions are always in prepositional phrases. Prepositional phrases always begin with a preposition and they end with a noun or a pronoun. Prepositional phrases can act as adjectives. So let's now look at how prepositional phrases can act as adverbs. Take a look at this sentence and think about the word there. Try and figure out what it's doing in this sentence. The paper airplane landed there. Do you have an answer? I hope that you said that there is an adverb telling us more about the verb landed. It answers the question where. Where did the airplane land? It landed there. Now look at this next sentence and think about the words in the bushes. The paper airplane landed in the bushes. In the bushes, I hope you're able to point out, is a prepositional phrase. It starts with the preposition in, it ends with the noun bushes, and the whole thing is coming together to perform the job of an adverb. It's telling us about the verb landed. Where did the paper airplane land? It landed in the bushes. So, do you see how the whole phrase is doing the job of an adverb? Great. Let's look at one more example. Abby ran up the stairs. Up is a preposition, and up the stairs is a prepositional phrase. It ends with the noun stairs. The whole thing is telling us more about ran. Where did Abby run? She ran up the stairs. So in that example, again, we have a prepositional phrase acting as an adverb telling us about the verb. Now, let's look at how we diagram prepositional phrases that are acting as adverbs. You remember, I'm sure, that when we have prepositional phrases acting as adjectives, we diagram them under the noun or pronoun that they're modifying, because adjectives modify nouns or pronouns. Well, you already know that adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. So where do you think we would diagram prepositional phrases that are functioning as adverbs? I hope that you said we put them underneath the word that they're modifying. And in most of our prepositional phrases, they're going to be modifying the verb in the sentence, so they'll be underneath the verb. But just know that prepositional phrases acting as adverbs can also modify adjectives and adverbs. It's just not quite as common. All right, let's look at how to diagram that example sentence. The paper airplane landed in the bushes. Airplane is our subject, landed is our verb, the and paper are adjectives, and in the bushes is our prepositional phrase, and it's functioning as an adverb. It goes underneath the verb landed because that's what it's modifying. And the preposition goes on that slanted line. So in goes on the slanted line. And bushes goes on the horizontal line right after that. Remember, bushes is the noun of the prepositional phrase. And it has that fancy name. It's called the object of the preposition. So that's where the object of the preposition goes. And then we also have the, which is modifying bushes, and we put that on a slanted line right underneath bushes. Now let's look at that sentence, but add something at the end of it. The paper airplane landed in the bushes behind the house. Now we have behind the house as part of this sentence too, and it is a prepositional phrase. Behind is a preposition. House is the object of the preposition. And now we need to think about what it's modifying. Let's look at our sentence. What is behind the house telling us about? Well, it's telling us more about bushes. Which bushes? The bushes behind my house. So this is my next question for you. What part of speech is the word bushes? Well, it's a noun. It's the object of the preposition from another prepositional phrase, and that's what behind the house is modifying. So behind the house is a prepositional phrase that's acting as an adjective, and it's modifying the noun from another prepositional phrase. It's crazy. Keep in mind that prepositional phrases that are adjectives can modify any noun or pronoun in the sentence. And for us right now, we've studied just 2 noun jobs. So we know about subjects and we know about objects of the preposition. Before you go ahead and diagram the sentences in this next lesson, let's just do a little extra practice finding prepositions and prepositional phrases. So I will put up 5 sentences and you can put the video on pause. Identify all of the prepositional phrases as well as the prepositions in these sentences. Here are the sentences and you can put the video on pause right now. Okay, you're back and ready for the answers. In sentence A, the prepositional phrases are across the field and in the pond. Across and in are prepositions. In B, the prepositional phrase is in the closet. In is a preposition. In C, the prepositional phrases are for the first time and at a coffee shop. Both of those prepositional phrases have 4 words. We've never seen a prepositional phrase with 4 words, but notice that both of them start with a preposition, for and at, and they end with a noun, time and shop. The other words in that sentence, the and first, and coffee, are adjectives describing the object of the preposition. So let's move on to the next sentence, or the next sentence. The prepositional phrases there are on the shelf and to me. On and to are prepositions. And in our last sentence, after dinner is a prepositional phrase, and so is around the block. After and around are prepositions. Okay, now you've had a little extra practice finding prepositions and prepositional phrases, so it's time for you to diagram your sentences.
Okay, you guys, so there's a couple things that I'll talk about before I put up the lesson for you to get your homework down. One thing is that I know these sentences are getting a lot longer, so there's a trick you can do. One thing that you should know is that subjects will never be in prepositional phrases. So the subject of our sentence will never be in the prepositional phrase. It's a little trick you can do. So sometimes when you're trying to find the subject of the sentence and it's a little difficult, if you can find the preposition of the sentence, cross that out and it should help you find the subject. For example, I got one here, let's see. The red bird sat on the rock near the tree. Like, what's the subject of that sentence? The red bird sat on the rock near the tree. Well, I know the preposition is on the rock. That's a preposition in that sentence, so I'll cross that out. And near the tree is a preposition of the sentence as well. So if I cross that out, what I have left is the red bird sat. Well, that's much easier. It's much easier to find the subject in the red bird sat. So what's our subject? The subject is bird. Okay? The red bird sat. Bird is the subject of that sentence. So that's a good trick if you're having a hard time finding the subjects. Okay? So if you can identify the prepositions, you can knock those out of the way, cross them out, or whatever you got to do, and then it'll help you find the subject. Because subjects will never be in prepositional phrases. You will never find the subject in a prepositional phrase. I just wanted to tell you that so it can help you guys out and hopefully make things a little easier. And I think they'll have a note of that in the actual lesson. So let's take a look. We are on number 10, ladies and gentlemen. So here's your homework for tonight. And we will correct it tomorrow. Prepositional phrases, adverbs. Okay? Come down here. Right here. Our first sentence is Erica's new book fell on the floor. Take a moment and write this down. Pause the video. Come down to the box. Pause the video again. Write all this down. Okay? Write it all down. Pause the video. Make a box on your blank sheet of paper. Number 2. The red bird sat on the rock near the tree. Woo! Kind of helped you with that one already. This was that tip I gave you before I started. Subjects will never be in prepositional phrases. Here's a nice little example right here, okay? So you knock that out and you find the subject, which is bird. So take a moment, pause, write your sentence. Sorry about that. Pause and write the sentence. The red bird sat on the rock near the tree. Come down here, make your box, pause the video, make your box on your blank piece of paper. Good. And remember this. Subjects will never be in prepositional phrases. Come down here. Number 3. Julia quickly swam across the pool. Julia quickly swam across the pool. Here we go. Write your sentence, make your box, pause the video so you can do that. Number 4. I happily sat on the chair in the corner. I happily sat on the chair in the corner. Write your sentence. Make your box underneath on your piece of paper. Pause the video if you have to. And last but not least, number 5. Did Jamie drive into town yesterday? Did Jamie drive into town yesterday? Write your sentence. Make your box. That's your homework. Okay, there's your homework. So, get all that written up and make sure you do it. And on that note, other things you should be doing. Okay? For practice, if you have time, and I know you are all busy, and I know you're all taking care of family, and the kids are running around, and you got to make dinner at home. You can't even order food right now or go out to eat. So I know you're all busy. But if you have time, please use that workbook you have. Try to fill it in for the best of your ability. I'll make you a deal that if we actually come back to class, I will take all your workbooks and I will go through each one. It might take a while, but I'll do it if you guys will do the work, okay? Next, please log into Burlington English. Okay, you can do it on your cell phones now. You just go to Burlington English, do a search on Google. It'll pop up Burlington English Home. Give it a click, log in, and use it from your mobile device, your phones, your iPads. If you have a computer, that's even better. You can log into your Burlington. If you have a computer, you can log into your ACT work keys and practice that. Those things need to be done. And the big one, please write in your journals every day. 20 minutes. Right before bed, write in a journal. You can be like, you can make it like a hostage journal at this point. Day 14, stuck in the house with my children. I don't think I can play with Play-Doh anymore. Day 15, The children are running wild. One of them hasn't taken a bath in 3 days. I don't know what to do. Day 16. We are still eating the tuna casserole from day 14. The kids don't like it, but I'm not cooking anything else until they eat the leftovers. Okay, have fun with it. I hope you guys are doing well. I really miss you. Class is really, really so much better in person. I know for you and for me, because when you guys are in class, I can put stuff up, ask you questions, and we can branch off on nice dialogues, open up conversations, and I know you guys are much more informed when we're in class, and I can explain things better because it's very specific, and I really miss having that. So this is pretty hard on me and you both. And I really, really, really hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everybody's staying in, flattening that curve, okay? Don't go out unless you have to. I'm really proud of you guys for doing this and watching the videos. If you've been watching them, just take care and keep being great. You're all great. Just keep being great. Catch you guys later. Bye.